For this video, I've come to Holywell Dene, which is a small pocket of woodland straddling the Northumberland North Tyneside border. During the coronavirus restrictions last year, this was a location I regularly visited, as I only live about a mile away. So it was somewhere I could literally jump on the bike and just ride down, bring my camera and take a few shots. And then as restrictions slowly lifted and we were allowed more time out, I used to come down here and bring the drone down and just sort of practice flying the drone. And also I did shoot a small video which I'll place a link to now. But since then, it's somewhere I haven't visited apart from last autumn when we had a nice misty morning and I took these few shots. But apart from family walks and bringing the kids out here, it's somewhere I haven't actually come down with a camera as such. So today, as it's the tail end of autumn, I thought it'd be a good idea to just come down and just really take a walk and hopefully get some woodland photography, but really I've got zero expectations. You know, so I'm really just going to have a bimble around and see what I can find. Now I've stumbled across this scene. It's quite a nice simple composition. With nothing else, it means I've set the camera up and I've actually started taking photos, and sometimes the whole key to whenever you're out is to get that first shot in the bag. It doesn't have to be your best work, it just has to be something so you've actually taken a shot. And then, you know, you build from there, you get more and more motivated. I've fitted a polarising filter to the lens simply to help cut through the reflections a little bit and intensify the colours. Really, Polarizer is a great all-round filter, and if you've seen my video about filters, you'll understand why I love it so much. But for autumn, really, a polarising filter can be left on pretty much most of the time because it's always going to help. And it's you know, apart from cutting out a little bit of light and slowing down the exposure a bit, it's never really going to cause you any issues. Anyway, here's the shot, and let's continue on and see what we can find. Okay, we might be onto something here. As I walked past, what I noticed were the nice tree roots with the green on, and then the contrasting colours of the tree with the last bit of autumn colours on it. So I think that could work quite nicely as a shot, perhaps a bit abstract-y, I'm not really sure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around with my camera, I'm going to take some handheld shots, and when I've found an angle which I think is somewhere near, I'm going to get the tripod out, and then I will commit and I will show you the shot now. Okay, I've just took that shot and you know what, I'm really pleased with it. In the end, my gut feeling was to go quite wide and to get close, but what was happening when I did that is as soon as I went in towards the scene I was getting far too much sky in, and really because a lot of it's in shade, as soon as I get some sky in it was just making it weak. You know, the sky was adding absolutely nothing, and I think the lesson with this shot is if the sky is adding nothing at all to the shot, then take it out. So I actually came right back and I put my 12 to 45mm lens at full zoom, so 45mm, which is 90mm full frame equivalent. And then all of a sudden the sky went, and it was just about colours and texture. So we've got the nice contrasting golden colours of the autumn leaves, contrasting with the greens and the browns of the tree trunks. Yeah, I'm really pleased. And I think it goes to show that if you don't go out and try and find some photos, you're never going to take any photos. So I'm halfway from a walk, I'm going to continue on, see what I find. You know what, to be honest, if I don't get another shot, I won't mind, because really, I'm really pleased with this one. The colours are looking wonderful here, and I really do love this little pocket of woodland. The problem is it's quite chaotic. Now, it's great when a bit of mist comes through because it sort of means you can simplify your compositions, but at the moment there's a lot going on. So what I'm going to do again is take my camera and use it handheld and just have a bit of scout walking around and then set the tripod up. Now, why do I do this? Well, simply I can cover more of an area, and I can just take the odd shot here and there, and I can try different focal lengths, I can try different angles without having to keep constantly moving a tripod. And sometimes I do this and, you know, there's not even a shot there. So it saves a bit of time and it makes it all a bit more enjoyable. So yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of an explore, have a bit of experiment, see what I can find, and hopefully if I find a shot I will put it up now. So you've just seen that shot, I haven't seen it yet. To be honest, I'm not entirely convinced it worked. It was just so chaotic, there was just so much going on. If I'd have had a sort of a longer zoom, then I could probably isolate little patches, but you know, I had to try and get as much in. And the light needed to be a bit more diffused. Generally, I photograph woodlands on an overcast day, so for me to come out in such bright sunshine is actually quite unusual. And the forecast was for it to be overcast, which is why I planned to do it today. But you know, it's also nice to have that bit of break in light to sort of give those colours a bit of a boost, which really is working well in this scene I've framed up here. Again, we've got some small pocket of smaller trees with a nice bit of colour in them, contrasting with the nice big trunks of the older trees, and it's quite a pleasant little scene, so I'm going to take it. Now again, I've put the camera at 45mm, so the lens is at 45mm, 90mm equivalent, to try and compress the perspective down a bit. And again, to cut out a bit of the sky. So really, it's all about those autumn colours, because that's what I'm here to photograph. But yeah, I'll put the shot up now, have a look, see what you think. Love to read your comments. I think I'm going to like this one. Here's something a little bit different for you. Basically, while I was packing away, I noticed that the canopy still had some leaves left on it, so there's a little bit of colour still going on. And as these are more established trees, you know, there is a proper canopy going on, so we've got nice branches coming in. So I've basically set the camera pointing directly upwards, and this is where a flip out screen comes in actually really useful, because I then can use the flip out screen to bring it round. And I've framed up a shot. I'm just going to take it, and really it's just a detail of the canopy, but you know, because we've got some blue sky, I'm going to use this blue sky, and you know, so we've got the nice gold and orange colours contrasting against the blue sky with the branches coming in, and I think it should work. You know, it's something a little bit different, and it's something I really recommend doing. You know, whatever the woodland, always have a look up and see what's above you, and also look down at your feet and see what's on your feet. In an ideal world, I'd got to photograph some leaves and things today, but there wasn't really, it was a bit damp, so there wasn't much happening that sort of way, the detail shots. But yeah, I think I like this one. Keeping the abstract theme, what I've done here, I've basically composed a shot isolating the branches of the two big trees behind, which have got quite a lot of colour left on them. Again, I'm at 45mm. I think one conclusion I am reaching is it would be really nice to have a larger zoom for this little OMD camera, but you know, for maximum walkability, 12 to 45mm is brilliant. But anyway, going back to the shot, what I've done is I've used it at 45mm, 90mm equivalent, and I've taken just almost a detail of some of the branches of the tree with the leaves, nice little bit backlit light coming through, so backlit leaves. And you know, it's got a nice feel to it. I suppose with woodland photography, a lot of it's about simplifying your compositions, and you've probably noticed that I've tried to keep everything as simple as possible. So yeah, just by using 45mm lens, isolating, and here's the shot. So the cloud has started to come in, and I've just actually reframed the shot I took earlier when I was a bit concerned about too much contrast going on really. So I'm going to put the shot up now. What I've done is basically I've cropped it to a 69 aspect ratio, and as the sun had gone in, basically all the light was really diffused, which made the actual exposure far easier to work with. It reduced the contrast, and I think it's worked a little bit better for woodland photography. As I say, overcast light generally is my preferred light, and I think that's probably the last shot of the video. If nothing else, I think it does demonstrate that setting off with zero expectations can actually be quite a good thing for your photography. And in some ways, the most important shot was that first shot of the whole video. You know, that was probably the weakest shot, but it was the one that got me going. It got me seeing, it got me looking, and it got the ball rolling. So, you know, you need to get that first shot, so then you can build upon it. And in general, I've been very pleased with the results from today, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video. So if you have, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. It's the only way I can really gauge if it's worthwhile me making these videos, you know. I enjoy making them, but it's nice if people watch them. So yeah, please do consider subscribing, perhaps give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like, and I'll see you next time. Until then, thanks a lot, bye.